Yo, what is going on everybody? My name is Woods, and in today's video, I don't know if any of you guys know, I recently switched to keyboard and mouse, and this is going to be the first ever Cash Cup tournament, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to be playing and attempting on my keyboard and mouse. I used to play in the World Cup on my controller, however since I have not touched tournaments, so this is going to be my first ever tournament on keyboard and mouse. If you guys are looking to switch and see if it is actually possible to still place in these Cash Cups after switching to keyboard and mouse, then you may want to watch the whole entire video. I'm recording this afterwards, so I can tell you now that we actually end up popping off, getting a bunch of wins that really help us get up on the leaderboards, so you might want to stick around and see all them and see if I got any tips that I can show you. So I'm going to expose the YouTube algorithm for you guys, and how it works is if you guys watch the whole entire video and like it, really helps. Also, I'm feeling hella generous because of this whole quarantine thing, so I actually have a 10,000 V-Bucks giveaway on my Twitter right now, so go look at my Twitter, it's in the description. However, for anyone that doesn't have Twitter and still wants to win something, on this video I'll be gifting one person a skin, so everyone comment your Epic Games usernames, and whoever comments it the most I'll be gifting. However, I will check that the winner has liked the video and is subscribed to my channel with notifications, so make sure you do that. But anyways, let's go ahead and see how the tournament went. Alright, so the first game started off, and we actually ended up going with Craggy. We didn't actually have a spot to land at, we didn't really know what we was doing. However, we ended up finding some extra slurp barrels, which was very handy. I didn't know my keybinds because obviously I only just switched, and I ended up shooting and brewing us attention later on. We got our first point there, and like I said, we got that extra attention we did not need, and we ended up having a fight that was unnecessary at the start. I managed to gain high ground, and eventually gained enough courage to edit on this kid. Failed the edit a couple times, but managed to get him. However, failed to place the pyramid in time because I didn't know my keybinds that well, and scuffed that up a bit. Teammate came in and hit clutch, and ended up fighting off the other guy. Ended up killing him, however, unfortunately dies to full damage. Game 2, we work out where all the people are coming from that are entering, and we worked out that fast enough, and we actually managed to kill the people that pushed in and tried to get the reboot off. My aim was super shaky here, and my teammate thankfully came in clutch. However, I worked out my aim with attack isn't too bad, managed to pull off a nice edit and destroy this kid. We pushed up onto a hill later on in the game, and we actually ended up tagging some people, which I was very surprised about because my aim was not very good during my 30-day training. However, we ended up tagging some more people, and we didn't decide to fight them at all because we weren't confident enough. We got into late game, and we ended up pushing around. However, I realized that my edits were not good enough to do tunneling, so we went straight up for high ground, and I ended up actually taking high ground. Over to these people to our right. And then with our high ground we ended up spraying some kids, and it was going pretty well. However, you can tell here I'm still not used to placing floors because I was shooting randomly. However, I managed to get a nice pump shot on this kid and actually headshotted him. My teammate here got stuck on a couple walls. However, I felt confident enough just to push this kid by myself and risk it all. And boom, we got the kill and we got the dub for that game. Game 3 started out, and we were feeling hella confident. However, it was a bad play by me because I straight away went in for a pickaxe, and that ruined our game completely. However, my teammate came back in, clutched, and killed one of them up. Unfortunately though, he scuffed his shots here massively and missed the other guy completely. Anyways, game 4 came around, and we decided to switch up a bit and go a bit more of a subtle pace. My teammate and I were split up completely, and he ended up getting pushed by a duo that I was not near. However, I had to play confident even though how scared I felt. I just had to play confident and put on pressure to actually scare off these enemies. Managed to knock one, and actually some insane aim came out there, which I had no clue where that came from. I'm pretty sure that could have been luck. And anyways, from here, it was a really scrappy game. I was rebooting, healing in Storm, and then we fought some other kids that unfortunately ended up not going very well for me. As you can see here, I got completely railed by the drum gun. However, my teammate came in pretty clutch and survived somehow and managed to reboot me. We hit a pad eventually and got the hell out of Storm. Luckily, we found another boat at Agency that allowed us to get out of Storm. However, of course, was it going to be good? Probably not, as I ended up getting shot out of a boat. And then later on, my teammate also got finished. Game 5 came around, and we thought, at this point, we didn't have a clue what was going on, but we just started sending some random drops because we haven't really got an organized drop spot, and we ended up also getting pushed in a room. As you can see here, I got completely railed. I didn't have good positioning with my keyboard. Game 6, we decided to go salty because we were running out of time and we needed some extra limbs. We thought, why not? Ended up getting a nice spray on this kid here, however, scuffed a couple more shots. We pushed this big house, and I ended up getting a nice pump shot here on this kid, and then following up with a spray. The main target me and my duo had was to stay together and play as a duo. However, he split up here and he ended up getting knocked, and that's the thing that led to our downfall here. Game 9 came around and I skipped a few games ahead because we actually died a lot of them. However, we had a massive clutch up this game, and that was due to us getting a couple kills and playing a lot more safe. However, we did have to kill one kid off spawn. Unfortunately, I scuffed my shots there, and that's to do with me being lack of keyboard. I missed my keybinds. However, I had to run from Storm, and I was eating up some floppers in Storm and bandaging just to survive until we got out. We made our way up a hill. My teammate actually got sniped in a bush. It was super unlucky. I ended up getting the revive off, and we were chilling. We got on a mountain late game, and unfortunately we got pushed by kids using a minigun. However, you know your boy had it under clutch, and I ended up actually getting on top of them and spraying and putting some pressure down while my teammate healed himself.
Almost there. Yeah, I beamed him.
We got zoned, and I ended up building up with metal and using that to spray other people, and I didn't have that good of aim. As you can see how I was scuffing a lot of shots. However, I did hit some occasional ones, but didn't really get any major kills or eliminations for us. We ended up having to pad for next zone, which was pretty easy for us as we just kind of rotated then 90'd up at the edge of zone. I managed to get a nice headshot there. That was kind of lucky, I can't lie, but nevertheless it was a free kill. And then from here it was just spraying down on kids at this point. My teammate got a nice limb on this other guy, and I went ahead and collect his loot. Once we got his loot, we had a bunch of mats. However, unfortunately we got sprayed down by a minigun, and now it was just time for me to clutch up. And there we are, boys. We got the game 9 win, and that was us, and that's how we got our points.
Let's go, George! That's the way to end it, baby! Let's go, bro!
Guys, before we reveal how many points we actually finished the tournament on, and actually how well we placed on the leaderboards, which I can tell you guys, we did actually place very highly, so you might be surprised about that. However, I wanted to go over a couple of things before we get into that, and that is about some tips of how you guys can improve if you want to switch over to mouse and keyboard, and how you can make the switch fairly fast, because I know a lot of you guys are very impatient, and so was I, to be fair. When I first switched, I didn't want to switch because it took so long to get used to it. However, I'll actually have a card in the top right screen over here where it's going to link you to my first week's progression. You can go watch that video and see how well I progressed in my first ever week on playing to mouse and keyboard. However, you'll be surprised how you can actually get in a week. However, guys, I want to teach you some things you might need to do to speed up your process. So obviously, I've been a controller player since I was like 6 years old, where I used to play Minecraft, Call of Duty eventually, and all that sort of stuff. I've always played on controller, and so did I in Fortnite, and only a couple months ago I switched over to mouse and keyboard, and I've been very inconsistent with going in between mouse and keyboard and controller because of videos. You know, I still need to be up to date. However, if you guys really want to make that switch, I would suggest making the leap, maybe even getting rid of your controller, putting it away in a storage place so that you can't ever return to it, and you just need to focus on your mouse and keyboard. Because what I would say, in the first week of you switching, you need to be in creative maps, 1v1ing people. Do not even go into public matches, because the chances of you winning games and getting kills would be so slim. So I would just stick to actually practicing and going into practice maps also to get your aim better. However, I have to warn you guys, your aim will never be as good as your controller aim until you have practiced it a lot. Obviously, it'll get to a time where you'll actually increase your controller aim. You'll get godlike aim if you practice in Kovacs. That's one of the things I actually advise you guys use, is if you download and buy Kovacs Aim Trainer, where you can actually practice your aim. That's what all the pros use, and that's one way to speed up your aim. Because when you switch, you will actually get able to build and edit and get all the mechanics down very easy and very simple. However, it will take a little bit of time to go ahead and get your aim actually as good as it used to be. So that will be the first thing you struggle after a week, and then but when it gets to a month of using your mouse and keyboard, then that's when you'll be able to use your aim, and that's when you can start probably going into cash cups and actually winning prizes. Anyways, guys, let's show you what I got in the tourney. Alright, yo, Tom got 75. That could be good for us. Yo, where are we at, dude? 56, bro. That's like 22nd in this cash cup. I don't know if the boards have reset yet, bro, but I think we might have done pretty well. Yeah, I think we could have done pretty well, bro. What? It says top 8%. Let's actually go, dude. Dude, what? Okay, I don't know if like the things have reset or not, but right now the standings look like we could have done pretty good. Hey, if we haven't though, and the boards reset and we go lower, I don't care, because at the end of the day, my first ever tournament on keyboard and mouse, we still got 56 points. I think that's pretty cracked in my opinion. You guys let me know. I literally just switched to keyboard and mouse, so I think this goes pretty decent.
I think we played pretty well. And yeah, no, I think we've done pretty well considering it's your first proper tournament on keyboard.
Exactly, bro. It's my first ever tournament we've ever played in. So I think we did pretty well. I think we smashed it. We actually ended up joining the tournament late, so I think we came out pretty good. However, we could have probably placed better if I get more time. So like the video if you guys want to see me do a part 2 to this where I do my second ever keyboard tournament. And maybe we'll see if the video does well. We might do a part 2. Anyways, guys, I love you all. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, post notifications on if you enjoyed. And obviously, make sure to head over to my Twitter if you want to enter into that V-Bucks giveaway. Anyways, guys, I will see you all in the next video. Peace.